This mod review is brought to you by the Farmer Klein YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Hey everybody, today I have a mod update for you related to the ISO container pack that I did a mod video for a few days ago. During that video, I talked about the IT runner sled and the ability to only connect one 10-foot module. This particular mod has been updated, the ATC container handling pack, and the points here have been adjusted, so you can now only connect one container to the center. Okay, there apparently was an issue with respect to the containers sliding around, not properly connecting, I guess, or maybe just the collisions and everything, and he's adjusted those. So now you can only connect one to the center. I wanted to demonstrate that real quick before we go on to the other reason for the update, and that is that we now have semi-trailers. Okay, so there you can see we've got one 10-foot trailer attached to this unit. Now, if you have the original version, version 1.0.0.0, of the container handling pack, then you will be able to attach two 10-foot modules. You'll be able to put one in the front and one in the back. I was able to do that after I had produced that video by basically putting one container in the front first and then attempting to connect the other container to the back. And I was then able to do that. But with the update, connecting two is no longer an option. I want to demonstrate that the way this works now is basically you mount a 10-foot or a 20-foot trailer to the middle, and only the middle. Okay, I'm just trying to be a little quick with this, so I'm not being super accurate with my placements. There you can see now we've got a 20-foot module connected there. Now, let's take a look at the reason for this video, and that is that there are now semi-trailers for the ISO container transport, and they can be found under Tools and then Miscellaneous. We have four trailer options. We have the ATC 40-foot container semi-trailer for $25,000, and this trailer will only support one 40-foot unit. Okay, we've got the 40-foot container multi option, and this one will allow you can see it has many more hard points on it. This one will allow you to connect either one 40-foot, one 20-foot, or one 10-foot option. Again, this one was originally set up so you could put multiple containers on, but there was an issue late in the testing, and it was basically just changed so only one container of each type, or of any given type, could be used. There may be updates in the future should that get corrected. Then we have the 20-foot container center axle trailer. Okay, it's just basically a shorter version of that, and you can attach one 10-foot or one 20-foot trailer to this one. And then we have the 20-foot turntable trailer, which has a little dolly in the front. Again, you can attach one 10-foot or one 20-foot module to this trailer. All of these trailers have color options that allow you to change the color of this side panel and the color of the rims. Okay, and then we have Lizard brand tires, either single or dual. See, there's two rears tires now. We go back to singles. You can go to Trelleborg tires, and we have the Agger wheels or tractor wheels, or tractor wheels with white paint on the lettering. And then we have the Nokian tire option. So over here I've got the Nokian tires, and I changed the rim color and the side panel color here on the multi-trailer. I've got the singles on the 40-foot trailer. I've got on the back the tractor Tredelberg tires without the paint on the numbers. And then on the front here, I've got the dolly trailer, or just a regular trailer with dual rear wheels option. What I wanted to do is I wanted to demonstrate basically how all of these worked. To do that, I've got 10 foot and 20 foot and 30 and 40 foot modules. I'm going to come up here, up, back up, back up. Let's go ahead and hook up a 10 foot. If we place this here in the middle, see we have our option to connect, and now we can drive away with our container clearly attached. Oops. Yep. Disconnected that, so let's go ahead and hook up a 20-foot module. DB, use the DB container here. Now, some folks have asked in the comments, how do you open the up, 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 up? This JCB does not have the best brakes because it's been basically modified to have a whole lot of more junk in the trunk. Alright, let's hook up this one this way. Let's back under this one. I guess let's drive technically kind of under it. That way the doors are correctly oriented. But speaking of doors, some people have asked how you open the doors, and you can see that if we toggle to the container, hit the right button. You can see we hit X to open the doors and X to close the doors. So now we have ourselves a 20-foot container attached, again, in the middle. And then I wanted to demonstrate for you hooking up the 40-foot trailer. We're going to need to extend our unit here. Oops. Given the tight confines of the yard, we're going to back the semi-trailer. Underneath this one. Now we've dropped it on there. Go ahead and connect. There we go. So the other 40-foot trailer is pretty much the same as this trailer, except that it will only hold one. It'll only hold one 40-foot container. Sorry, guys. Got a little sidetracked. Now, this one does have another little secret. I wanted to show it to you. This trailer, we can move the fifth wheel forward and back. Let's get a little more straight on this. All right, so we can see we can move the fifth wheel forward and back. That's if we left mouse click and slide our mouse up and down. We right mouse click and slide our mouse up and down, or left and right. We can raise and lower the fifth wheel attachment point a little bit. So that is on the semi-trailers. Now let's hook up to the 20-foot trailers. And these work the same way as the semi-trailers, except you can either connect either one 10-foot module or one 20-foot module. Okay? Let's go ahead and shorten that up. Let's put a 10-foot module on the back one and a 20-foot module on the front one. And the brakes on this thing. Now we can properly haul our modules around on either dolly trailers. I'm not very good at putting them on there today. There we go. Now let's switch over to the front trailer. Get our DB unit. Now, it would be interesting and a little bit more akin to what we see here in the U.S. If we had a U.S. variant of this trailer pack. And that is if we basically had two, well, not two, but a 20-foot trailer option that attached to a fifth wheel, and then we could use the dolly to attach a second one. That's what we see a lot here, is we see one 20-foot semi-trailer, and then it will be towing a second 20-foot semi-trailer with a second 20-foot module. But this works also. There you go, guys. We've got the ATC container transport pack, which is the 4 trailers that you see here. In addition, the ATC container pack has received an update, as well as the ATC container handling pack. Now, the update does limit the functionality to the IT runner trailer here, only one container, but that apparently is to correct an issue as opposed to really limit you in choices. Here you go, guys. So I hope you liked the video. If you did, please go ahead and click that like button. Let me know in the comments what you think of the ATC container packs in general, and now what you think of the ATC container transport pack. So until next time, happy farming.